What's up, hustlers? What's up, shiners, gems and gents? Welcome to another episode of Hustle and Shine podcast with your girl, Natima Sheree, Queen Pen of TGI and the Diamond Writers. Today is a super dope episode, really special to me. I have a special guest. Y'all know him, but I'm going to still introduce him. But real quick, before I bring him out, I do want to let y'all know I'm in full New York 90s mode. I got my 1990s tee on. I got my bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair. I'm a roundaway girl with extensions. That's the only energy I want tonight. So if y'all not on that tonight, it's probably not going to be the episode for you. Make sure y'all bring in good vibes, good energy, good comments, love in the comment section. Of course, y'all know I have no problem calling you out if you're disrespectful. But I got a dope guest, and so I want y'all to show him a lot of love. So make sure that y'all are doing that in the comments in a minute. So some of you know that I've been in a movie, haven't done anything since because I kind of went a different route. But I had the pleasure of doing a film, playing a small role in a film with my guest. I'm going to bring him out in a sec, but I just wanted to share exactly the clip that made me a little bit known. You know, I ain't famous, but I'm a little bit known because of this. So I'm going to share it real quick. Hold on one sec. Let me share this with y'all. And then I'll be right back with my guest.
Oh. Who's going, man? You can't be. You be the best friend for a girl, huh?
Yo, Rosie, stop looking at me, man.
Why are you always looking at me?
Because you look at me so much, I can't help
Look at you.
you too. You're always looking.
You tripping.
You drag all your friends into our cheerleading practice. Like or they idea of you bringing to look at me.
You stupid.
It's alright, I think it's sweet. Girls always the same. My you got this body right spots on here, but I think it's too. I think it's real cute.
Damn, you looking at us white yourself.
I am.
Damn, why you looking out?
My mother is white.
Get out of here.
She is straight up white.
Why she never come here? She don't want you to come back.
What don't you look at?
I did too.
She was a jump off with her region. All of them up. You can stop one anytime.
Shut up.
My mother's very good.
Word, she was telling so bad. With all that love and shit.
She lives in the cigars there. She got a big house. This big this whole school. You gotta go to a gate, drive to a whole farm just to get to
What kind of car she got?
a sports car.
What kind of sports car?
I don't know, a Jaguar.
If I had me $1 million, I'd give me a Porsche 959.
I get me a sports car, a Jaguar.
Damn, I give me a Ferrari Testarossa V12 engine. Give me a Porsche 930 straight 6 turbo engine. Give me a Vector B12 twin turbo. Go from 0 to 60 in 7.8 seconds. So don't even talk.
Yeah, but who cares? Because you ain't never gonna have $1 million anyway.
I will too.
Who's tripping now?
Ain't nobody tripping. I'm gonna have it. Someday I'm gonna have it.
Throwback 11-year-old Tima, aka Rosie, with the very famous, very dope Sean Nelson. I've had enough. I'm gonna bring my boy out here. Y'all might remember him as DeAndre from The Corner, Fresh from the movie Fresh, or even from The Wood as Big Mike. No further ado, bring him out. What's good, Sean?
What's up? What's going on?
How are you?
Screen, the camera. What am I looking at? I don't even know
Just
what
look
I'm
at your screen. Just look at your screen. Come on, you do this. You do this for a living. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. You look good. You look good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, it looks like life has been good to you.
Man, long.
Bruh. I think the last time we saw each other, and please correct me if I'm wrong, it was after we did the movie and we were at a track meet. Do you remember that?
Nope, but I did run.
Right. But look, we were at a track meet in Brooklyn. Your team was coming down the steps. My track team was going up the steps. And I was like, And you were like, we both were like, we know that dude. I know that girl. That was
I did run track. What team you ran for?
I ran for Queen Sprinters and then eventually for St. John's University.
Okay.
But it was back in when I was still running with Queen Sprinters. I ran into you. Like I said, we didn't even say anything. It was just more like I know your face. I remember you.
Like one of those, right?
Right. It was like, I know that shorty. I let her die.
I wasn't gonna catch that bullet. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
never letting that go. I am never letting that go. But dog, like, first off, just thank you for being on the Hustle and Shine show. I got so many people that were excited to see us on the screen again together. You've been sticking with acting, killing it. And I'm gonna get into some of my questions about, you know, your career and just your trajectory and some of the amazing roles you've played, the iconic characters. I mean, you literally have like played some of the best cult classic films that we remember growing up. Like, who's not quoting The Wood or, you know, quoting from Fresh or it. We're gonna get into that in a minute. But I definitely want you to introduce yourself to the few people who may not even know who you are. Please tell my audience who you are. What's your hustle?
Well, I mean, my name is Sean Nelson. I started acting when I was 10 professionally. I started out in theater, you know, and you know, there was a lot of things that I was doing behind with the theater and musical theater, but I wanted to get on TV. And my first big role was Fresh. You know, I got that when I was 13, and that kind of put me on and got me the opportunity to do the other things like The Corner and The Wood. But I also did like the New York Undercovers, the Law and Orders, all those crime dramas, Homicide. That was also a Baltimore joint. But, you know, just trying to stay busy. And I took off time to go to college. And then I came back as an adult, and it's like reestablishing myself, you know, as a man actor.
I know that's right. And there's definitely a lot of work out here for you. I mean, there's so many roles that remind me of what you did in Fresh and On the Corner and some of the other major roles. And like you said, I remember seeing you on Law and Order and, you know, New York Undercover. Wow, shout out to that show, God. But anyway, I do remember seeing you in that.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just agreeing with you.
Yeah. So did you? I mean, you started at 10. Did you always know you wanted to act?
No, I actually was like, I started out kind of singing. I was singing in kindergarten with a little group that we had in the church. And my mother, she wanted me to learn how to perform. So I took dance classes, acting classes, piano classes, vocal classes. You know, I was just taking all these classes along with the track back in the day. You know, I was running and all that. But, you know, my mother just wanted to keep me busy too outside of school. But, you know, it just kind of turned into this love for performing and acting. And that's how I got into, you know, doing theater. I would do this play with the person that was coaching me with all those different classes. And she did a play every year. And that got me seen to join this group called Tada, which is a musical theater company for kids in the city. And that got me my agent, which got me my first paying job in an off-Broadway play at 10 years old. And, you know, the agent kind of just sent me out things. You know? So,
wow.
You
hear these stories. You hear these stories where people like yourself start off so young and then you just kind of grow in the industry. Like, what has that been like for you? Like, kind of being in all of those major roles, you know, kind of growing up, taking that break to go to college, and then now coming back. Does it look different to you, or is it still like that same passion to do it?
Passion? We talking about the passion or just the industry? Yeah. Like, I mean, the industry
like both.
Like, you know, we're not even shooting on film no more. You know, things have changed, and I feel like I just came in on the end of the old school stuff, and then kind of now I'm seeing all the new. But you know, I'm always going to be passionate about the acting, being in front of the camera. But now I did go to film school, so you know, I want to get behind the camera. So that's kind of what I'm looking at now, creating stuff for myself and others. You know what I'm saying, and kind of putting out what I want to see, as opposed to just waiting for it to happen. You know what I'm saying? So
that's so dope.
I'm working on that, and I mean, you know, been dragging my feet with it a little bit. Just been trying to work in front of the camera, but I'm like, all right, I got to get behind the camera now. So
hell yeah,
trying to produce first, and then maybe direct and write a little bit.
Oh my God, I love that. It's funny because I got old school parents, and I remember I grew up and heard Chip Fields. Shout out to the Fields family. That's one thing she always said: get behind the camera. Chip Fields,
Oh yeah,
that's
that's
Kim Fields' mom, and I forgot her
okay.
sister. We all remember her from Moesha. But that's something she always used to tell black actors, like, yes, get your money in front of the camera, but make sure you go behind the camera as
That's,
well, because that's where it's at. So that's dope. If you need a light skinned, character, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do my thing. Just let me know. Just let me know. I'm definitely ready to jump back
yeah,
in.
yeah. I mean, right now, my company that I have a partner with, we about to put out a comic book soon. So that's one of our things. I never thought I'd comic, but it's kind of a way to build the brand and build that story, and then either make it a TV show or a film. So
That's so.
it's just kind of one of those things that can work as a comic book first. So we did that, and I'm
That's
kind of
dope.
hyped about that. It's called The Gateways.
The gateways. And when is that going to release? Because our people, we gonna go and support it. That's what we do.
Well, we just finishing the final edits on it, and it should be out hopefully in like a month or so.
So okay,
yeah,
we're gonna be
do
looking for that.
New hard copy. So
Dope. Well, we definitely want to support it. We're gonna be here for it. So I want to jump in the comments real quick. We always take love from our viewers, and then we're gonna get right back into some of these questions that I have. First of all, my guy, it's so much love in here for you. We got people saying let's go. We got people saying got you both on TV and on the phone. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of haze, a lot of love. Like, it's a lot of, I can't read all these comments, Sean. It's too much. My dad is here. Shout out to my father, my number one. He says,
that's
fresh. I bust those dope moves.
yeah. Well, that was actually
My
Chucky.
dad
And
is a
people are always
clown.
asking me, where's Chucky? I don't know. I don't know where Chucky is. I've actually went to school with one of the other guys that was in the film, like as one of Fresh crew, and connected with another one of the other characters. But Chucky's the only one that's missing. I don't know where he at. We gotta find him.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I'm following all of y'all. Like on Instagram, I'm following all of you. I see what y'all are all doing, showing love as often as I can. I mean, I thought it was such a dope experience for me, and I just want to talk a little bit about that your first film, your first major role. Did you feel at the time that it was going to be as iconic and as big and as like influential in our culture and as significant as it is?
Not at all. I didn't know what was gonna happen. I just
right.
like, oh, I got a movie and I'm the star. This is gonna be crazy. And I mean, I didn't know if anybody was gonna even see it. And I feel like when it first came out, it wasn't as accepted as it is now. Like, I feel like it kind of grew and needed time to kind of build that momentum with people. And it definitely became a cult classic. Over the years. I had no idea. How could I? I'm going to do some work, and it kind of opened up the floodgates for everything else.
And when you look at some of the actors that were in it, I mean, they all were established, but they weren't what they are now, right? Even they were on that upward mobility on that track. I remember when we got to go meet Sam Jackson in his trailer, it was like, hey, little kids, like, keep it moving. But I wanted everybody's autograph. This was huge for me. And I remember there was a time on set, I got to put you out there because you was mean and you hurt my, no, I'm just kidding. But you was reading your comic books and I kept talking to you and you were turning the pages. Look, Sean, you was turning the pages and looking at me like, if you don't go away, I don't even remember what I was bothering you for.
What?
Like, I was like asking you some questions and you were just like looking at comic books on set and like looking at me like, why are you here? And I was just like, I'm sorry.
That sounds made up.
I don't know what to say to him. I knew he was the star. I didn't know what to say to you. But nah, it was such a dope experience to work with you. Okay, you don't remember that, but please tell me you remember laughing at the scene when I was dying. You kept laughing.
I was laughing? Nah.
You don't remember that?
I don't laugh.
Sean, come on.
I don't laugh.
Sean, come on.
I don't break.
Sean, come
I don't break character. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bruh, you were leaning over me, holding my neck like we were supposed to. And you were cracking up laughing because I was trying to show that I was dying. And I guess I wasn't like.
That's messed up. I mean, it's my first joint. Maybe that did happen, but
that's all right though. But you were still a professional
great
though.
character,
I was 11, you were 13, like you know what I'm saying? But I kept looking up, like, why is he laughing? I'm really trying right now. Like, I'm really trying to show them that I'm dying. Like, the life is being sucked out of me. And I don't know if you remember the stuff that they used was sweet, whatever the blood was.
Well, I mean,
so I kept licking it.
My hands. So I didn't taste
I just kept licking it. And they were like, you gotta stop. Like, you can't. But again, I wasn't a professional like you. I didn't know. I just thought it tastes good. So if they say cut, I was licking it off. But no, that was like real talk though. You were such a great like example on set. And people could see what you delivered on screen, but they couldn't see the professionalism and the excellence you had off screen. And I think that's what's most crucial when you're watching child actors establish themselves and want to be taken seriously in this craft, right? You weren't born, your parents are not rappers. And so when we see them kind of intro, like, or introduced into the industry, it's like, I kind of figure they're going to get the support. But you were doing this and like you were so serious about it. And so I never got to tell you that, but I applaud the work that you did. I loved watching you on set. I loved how serious you were about your craft and about the role and the excellence that you wanted. But gotta ask, this is my first question. What was up with the Milky Ways? What was that about?
The Milky Way.
You ate a Milky Way in every scene.
Or were they Snickers? I can't remember because
No, it was Milky Way. It was Milky Way because I remember I couldn't have one.
Because Fresh is a kid, and a lot of stuff he was doing wasn't very childish. So it's like, okay, you're gonna love candy. So some people do lollipops or something. You know what I mean? I guess Milky Ways. I don't know. Somebody also asked me about the mark that was on my like head, wherever it was, but that was just a character thing, to show that he was different. You know what I mean? Like he probably got made fun of as a kid. But, it's like that wasn't real. That was makeup.
Wow. That again, I remember that. I remember us sitting in makeup for hours. Yeah. So like I said, earlier, you've played some really iconic roles, movies that we just love in Black culture. I mean, The Wood, like I said, I can watch that movie and never get tired of it. I absolutely love your role in that film. But we also talked about your role as, Dre on The Corner, and then obviously Fresh. Is there any one of those, and I'm only picking those three because those are my favorites. I'm being a little biased right now, but are any of those roles like your favorite? Like, or is there anything that you love about each of those particular roles that you played?
Nah, because they all did something different for me. Fresh was my first film, so maybe because of that, it's got to have that special spot. But The Wood was probably one of the most fun also, because it was kind of like that offset too. I was the new guy in LA, and they were kind of showing me the ropes out there. We'd be messing around, even when the camera was off, just joking around, having fun. A lot of that was improv. The dude that played Slim is a crazy, funny dude. You know what I mean? So we just be bugging out. You know what I mean? And The Corner, that was just a different opportunity for me to bring the story to life. That was based on a real family, and I got to meet some of the people, the mother, the son. And actually, the mother just passed like a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
So, and the son, he had passed a few years ago. But, I was happy to be able to have told their story and for them to have appreciated it,
Yeah, absolutely.
But, so I can't really say any one is better than the other because they all kind of took each one took my career to its next level and did something different for my career. And that's kind of where I want to go with it. I want to play. I don't want to always play the same character. I want to play different things that will surprise me and the audience. You know what I mean? Like what you might not think I could do. I want to do that. You know?
Yeah. But I agree with you. I think each of those in particular, like I said, you've done so much other work. Like you said, you've done stage plays, things like that. But I think for each of those roles, it does show your range. It shows your diversity, you know what I mean, as an actor, because obviously Mike was nothing like, you know, Dre character, or nothing like Fresh, right? Like, he was goofy, he was hilarious, you know what I'm saying? He was the cute kid that didn't know he was a cute kid, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was that role. And so I definitely recognize like how well you can really just grasp each of those characters and kind of manifest in those spaces. So that was dope. Um, Give us a funny story. Tell us a funny story about being on set. Like something, any funny story that happened to you on set. I'm just being nosy. I want to know.
I have no idea.
You don't have any funny stories from like any of the movies you've done? No work?
You putting me on the spot. Like,
I am.
one of the movies I've done, a funny story.
Yeah.
Nope.
It could be about somebody else. You ain't got to put yourself out there.
I'm not telling nobody else's business. Like, you crazy?
Come on, God.
Oh, that time this dude did that, the third. They be like, yo, Sean, don't tell him nothing. He telling all your business in the street.
All right, fine. Then I'll let that one go. Then tell us who's your favorite actor.
My favorite actor?
Your favorite actor. You have to pick one person.
I don't know.
Sean, you killing me.
I mean, like, who? There's
like, okay, your top five.
A lot of really good actors. You know what I'm saying? And when I was a kid, when I was asked that question, I would usually go with Denzel. I used to like, you know, Wesley for all the action flicks and all that. So I wanted a lot of action flicks. And I think I used to say Tom Hanks also. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they're pretty dope actors. You know what I'm saying? They're really good. But there's so many others too. So it's like I don't have one that I'm like, yo, that's my favorite actor. You know, I feel like different actors kill different roles, and it's like, yo, they really bodied that. So like nobody else could have probably played it like that. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know if who's the best, if there is such a person. You know what I mean? The best actor. There's a lot of people that just every role they do, they kind of just kill it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, at least we know your top three for now.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I'll take that. Okay, I'll live with that. I'll take that. Okay, no worries. So, what do you feel like people might misunderstand about you as an actor, if anything?
Misunderstand about me. I think sometimes people just confuse me and the characters that I play. They really think I'm that person. So that could be a little weird sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I've never sold drugs in my life. You know, I'm just an actor. You know what I mean? So, you know, some people really think like, oh, you got that part because you was in these streets, right? Like, not at all.
Right. Not my life. Okay. And I can see that. I can see how people will make that assumption, like trying to connect the character with, you know, who you are in life. But you're from the Bronx.
I had no time for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I am from the Bronx. So what? What you trying to
say? I was gonna say, no, I have to go there. I have to have a Bronx versus Queens moment with you. Okay, I have to. You from the Bronx. No, seriously, I love talking about, you know, my experience growing up in the concrete jungle, like what that was like growing up in New York City. There's so many stereotypes, right, about the negative things. And I feel like the movie with the double Dutch girls and the basketball court and all of those things, it really showed like some of our summer nostalgia. But I love growing up in New York. I feel like I wouldn't be the woman I am had I not had that diversity in terms of culture. You know, I talk about it all the time. It was like United Nations in my neighborhood. There was Caribbeans, and you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know there was diversity among Blacks, you know what I'm saying, until growing up and looking at the people that surrounded me. But Queens and the Bronx is really different. You know what I'm saying? So I always love asking my guests who grew up in New York, but in a different borough. You know what I'm saying? What did you love about your borough? Were you known for the pizza? No, I don't think y'all pizza was on point. Was it the Italian ices? What was it?
On the island, so you know I like White Plains Road where you go get good patty and some brown stew chicken, you know what I mean, jerk chicken and all that. And I think that's one thing that people don't know about me is that, you know, my parents are from the islands. They be
I
like,
didn't know
oh,
that.
and fronting like you was you were just black. It's like I am black, you know what I mean? But my mother's from Jamaica and my father's from St. Thomas.
So
They
been to both islands. Love them both. I didn't know that though. I didn't know that about you.
but
do you cook any of that?
I mean, if I go to Jamaica, they're gonna be like, "You ain't Jamaican."
What they call you?
Well,
You Yankee. You Yankee, exactly.
Sure.
Now, do you cook any Caribbean food?
Nah.
Sean, you are like literally killing me. Like you are killing me. How? You got both parents from the island. All right, we're gonna let that one slide, just like some of the other questions you wouldn't answer. All right, I got another question for you, and then I'm gonna take some comments. Tell me about, if you have three. If you don't have as many as three, you don't have to give me as many, but tell me about three of the most influential people in your life and how have they impacted you, whether in your career as an actor, in life as a man. Like, tell me about three people. Just give some people some flowers right now.
Well, my mother, she kind of was always there when I was a kid, and kind of directed me and kept me busy. She's the reason that I got into all this stuff. And when I did have to go do this work in LA, she was always there with me. So,
Nice.
She was definitely my support, and my father, he always held it down and always was so proud of his son. I'd be like, oh, my son's in this, my son's in that. I'm like, Dad, chill out. You know what I mean? You don't even know those people. Like, why you just you know what I mean?
That's dope.
And I guess, also the woman that kind of when I just went to her to take classes, kind of molded me into this actor, because I wasn't even thinking of acting until I met her, Lola Louise, who was, a woman that was a performer herself. She knew how to play the piano. She knew how to sing. She was an actress, and she kind of just built this acting studio in her crib in the Bronx.
Wow.
Had kids come there and learn how to, channel those energies in a positive way and create. And, she kind of got it started for me. So
that's dope.
Louis.
That's dope. Well, much love and definitely sending flowers to the three of them. Like, I love hearing, stories like that, people who are influential. I know if it wasn't for me, if it wasn't for the Big Brother, Big Sister program, I would have never known anything about the auditions. And so definitely shout out to them and for all the lives they've changed, not just in the inner cities, but, the rural areas, wherever they have, a center and a space. Like, I just absolutely love people who give back, and want to build up youth like that. So real quick, before I ask my last few questions and let you go, I want to just jump in the comments and see if anybody is showing any more love, because they've been showing you love this whole time. We get in comments like throwback, and of course,
I have heard people confuse me with Denzel's son, and I'm like,
who?
I
John
don't
David
remember.
Washington.
I guess
so.
John
David?
They thought I was in the Ku Klux Klan one, the Black Klansman. It's like,
oh.
I've also been said I look like Kane from Menace to Society. Like, it's weird.
Now that one I can see. I can agree with that one. But look, you got some questions over here. So I'm gonna ask this first one. Shamika Illy wants to know, how did you get the role, and did you always want to be an actor? You kind of already addressed this.
Yeah, my agent
sent me out. Continue?
I just kind of fell into acting, and that's became the focal point after that.
And so you're right. Somebody did say that. Somebody said, I was gonna say he reminds me of Denzel's son, John David Washington. Shout out to him. All right, Kevin Harrington wants to know, who's his top 5 MCs. There better be some New York rappers on the list. That's all I'm saying. Or I'm taking your New York card.
I don't like to rate people. You know what I'm saying? But
I can respect that. Who do you listen to?
Gotta have Nas there, Jay-Z. I mean, Fab is ill. KRS-One.
Come on.
I mean, Lil Wayne's nice. I mean, there's a lot of people that's fire, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
you lean into the conscious. You lean into the conscious artist. I'm for it.
Really?
I'm here for it. That's what I mean. You name Nas. You name KRS-One
from the Bronx.
You said who?
Yeah, you don't even remember who that is. Drag On. He was one of the Rough Riders. DMX. Oh yeah, DMX. Jadakiss.
I do remember Drag On. Yeah.
Locks. You know what I mean? That one of my favorites. You know what I mean? But there's too many to be like, oh, my top 5. You know what I mean?
Okay, well, we appreciate those that you did give us. We'll take those. We got some more questions. We got some more questions for you. They put you on the spot. It says if he could work with any actor, who would he work with? That's from Jazzy Cash.
Denzel.
You might as well work with his son too, especially since y'all favor. I'm just saying, it's in the comments. It's in the comments.
Who else? I feel like I forget Daniel Day-Lewis. I want to work with him. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Dope actor.
Let's get
that's an actor right there.
Yeah. Let's get Wesley do an action flick with me. He's gonna have to work out.
Don't do that. Don't do that. He said the Blade movies are done. He's chilling. But he actually looks good in what's the Netflix with him and Kevin Hart? True Story. He actually looks good in there. Yeah, he looks good. Slimmed out.
I remember when you was a Demolition Man and all that. Let's get swole, yo. We gonna take some
with the blonde hair. Ooh, the 90s was a rough time. That was a rough time. There was no rules to fashion back then. All right, so Shamika got another question. She asked, who is your favorite celeb, somebody you've met? He don't really like to rank people, so just tell us some celebs that you've met.
Favorite celeb. One person I was excited to meet was Halle Berry when I did a TV movie with her. Their eyes are watching God. I was like, hey, Halle.
I think every man has that reaction. I ain't mad. She's bad still to this day.
Oh man.
Oh my God, the questions is coming in. Melly Mel says, what's a role he really wanted but didn't get and why he wanted the role?
Yeah, I mean, there's a few roles that I didn't get. Some small. What's one that I think I auditioned for the basketball movie, but you know, I probably was too small for that. But Antoine Fisher. That one, I feel like I had done a good job, you know, at the audition, but it just wasn't for me, I guess. And actually, Denzel directed that one also, so I feel like that's cool, you know what I mean? But yeah, didn't book that one.
So that was a good movie, though, but dope. All right, so I have another question. Any aspirations to direct theater?
Theater? Ooh, I don't know. It's hard. I mean, I'm still on the ropes about directing, and I feel like theater would actually be even harder than film or television. But maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Because what I find is that you kind of just got to jump into these things and stop thinking about it, stop overthinking it. But yeah, I haven't really thought about directing theater. Like I want to try to get it to do a film and then maybe some TV episodes, then maybe theater after that. But yeah, I haven't really been playing. I did a play recently, but I had, you know, I started out in theater, but then I had kind of just focused on the movies and TV shows. But I went back and did a play recently, and I was like, ooh, this is hard.
Why is it harder, do you think, than film?
It's way more work. You know, you got to work 6 days a week. One day you do, no, actually 2 days out of the week, you do 2 shows on the weekend. And in this particular play, I had to break down every show, every night, sometimes twice a day, tears and all this energy.
Wow.
Once the the play was done, I was just wiped. I was like,
wow.
I don't know if I can do this again. My energy is gone.
I was just going to ask that. Does it deplete your energy? Like, does it affect you even after the role is over, like energy wise?
Something like that. It didn't really, how I interacted with people. It just kind of, putting that much effort kind of did like, it's just like, I guess being an athlete or something. I mean, I'm not probably doing something as crazy as them, but there's like emotionally drained. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there was also some physicality to it too. So it was just like, yeah, this is why I haven't done this in a while. But I did appreciate it because I didn't think I could do it. I kind of looking at it like, yo, that's gonna be. I mean, sometimes I don't even think I could cry if I need to, but I did that every night, and I was kind of proud of myself for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can act.
Was it as powerful as the cry at the end of Fresh at the chessboard?
It was even worse, and I'm a grown
man.
Really? Grown men don't cry. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh. Even when I was rehearsing, the director was like, come on, you got to bring it. You got to bring it. It wasn't until like 2 days before we went up. Then it kind of just developed.
Wow.
Came out.
Wow, that is dope. That is dope. I'm gonna have to try that and see if I can just cry. So Jessica wants to know, what's a quote you live by?
What's a quote I live by? What's that one? Stay ready so you don't ever have to get ready. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
How has that one helped you?
I mean, I try to follow it, but I feel like I'm always trying to get ready. So, I mean, in meantime, I'm just like, you know what? Let me just do this now. You know what I mean? I don't have to try to, I got to do it later. You know what I mean? It's like, no, you do the work now so you can rest later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like that's just in general a good way to live. You know what I'm saying? Good way to go about things.
That's so dope. God, you are getting so many comments and questions. I'm like, I don't want to keep you all night. I promised you I wasn't gonna hold you, but I do still have, a couple of more questions. And then of course you have to drop a gem. That is something we do here on the Hustle and Shine show. We leave everybody with a gem. So I have a question for you. I watch you. I'm following you on Instagram. I see that you've been busy. You out here. I see you in pics with people. What's next for you? What are you working on? If it's confidential, we get it. But if it's something you can share that we can support and look forward to, please let us know. My hustlers and my shiners would love to support you and get behind you.
Now I'm trying to remember. Okay, I got I think three films that I'm waiting for to drop. Independent films. Episode on TV show Tales that's on BET. It should be coming soon this summer. And another show that I don't even know. They're the most strict show I've ever been on, and they're like, yo, you can't really say. So I'm not. But there's another show that I'm gonna be on. But the films, one is Angie's Cure, that I did in LA. That should be coming out soon. Another one is a film called Sin. That should be dropping soon. Also, they just sent me the trailer. And another one I just finished up recently. It's called The Realtor, which is supposed to be a comedy. And I don't know when that one's gonna come out because we just finished it.
Now that one I gotta see because I love you in the comic roles. I love you when you silly. Like those are my favorite. Like You in the Wood is probably my favorite. Like I want to see those. So y'all heard it.
My high school friends, some of them say like that was the most closest to who I am. You know what I mean? The Wood, Big Mike.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I thought you were more serious.
Oh yeah, so that's why it kind of makes sense. You said I was laughing because a lot of people see me and they're like, yo, you are always laughing, bro. But I mean, on set, I'm not. You know what I mean? When the camera.
No, you really was.
So that's why I'm like, hold up. Camera must have been off. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, we were in full blown like film and your hands were down on my neck and you kept turning but they weren't filming you. They were filming me. So the camera was
right.
They just held your hands. Right. It was just your hands on my neck and you kept turning your head and laughing. And I was like, he's going to make me laugh. And then we're going to call a cut. But I kept it together. You know, I got a little
That's
skill.
what's up.
I ain't got Sean Nelson
That's
skill, but I
what's
got
up.
a little skill. I kept it together the whole time. But you
That's
definitely was laughing. I swear to you were. And I was like, this is bad. Like, I'm just trying to do my job. This is bad. But let us know what's a gem that you want to leave with the hustlers and the shiners. I definitely want you to leave any type of inspiration, any good vibes. Like, we really have no rules on that. It just has to be positive, of course.
I mean, really, I just feel like you just don't get discouraged. If you want to pursue this, you know what I'm saying, there's gonna be a lot of no's. There's gonna be a lot of times that you're not gonna book. You're not gonna get that, but you keep going, and you're gonna win at some point. You're gonna get something at some point. And you're not gonna. I'm just saying you're not gonna get everyone. So don't be discouraged. Like if you're not booking every single role you go out for, there's you got to learn from the losses. You know what I'm saying, and just keep going. And there's gonna be that win down the road.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that. You're gonna learn from the losses. That is a gem. We're going to take that with us. Well, Sean, I so appreciate you. I know I promised I would only have you for 30 minutes. It's been a little bit over, but I appreciate you jumping on. This meant so much to me to connect with you. Of course, like I said, I'm supporting you. I'm rooting for you. I'm constantly liking what you post. I'll be looking out for Angie's Cure, Sin, and the Realtor. And of course, your comic book. Make sure that you share that with us so that I can put that on my platform. What is it?
Tales on BET. That's Irv Gotti's. I got an episode of that. Our song is Fight the Power. So.
Fight the Power. Okay. I got you. And I'm going to post this in our group. I'm going to post this on our page. Y'all make sure if you're not following him, go follow him right now. Matter of fact, we're going to give y'all a minute. Go to Instagram. It's at Sean Nelson. That's it. Simple. No underscores, no dots, no periods, no dashes. At Sean Nelson. Y'all go show him some love. Let's support our own. He has done some great work already, and I can't wait to see what's ahead. Angie's Cure, Sin, the Realtor, and Tales. Fight the Power episode. Y'all make sure that y'all go see that and then cop that comic book.
Comic book gateways.
Gateways. That's right. Sean, well, thank you so much. I'm going to send you off stage. Don't leave the studio yet because I want to chat with you briefly after this. I'm just going to wrap up and give them my final gem, and then I'll be right with you. Thank you again.
Thank you. I
really appreciate you.
All right. Y'all take care.
All right, y'all. Y'all met him. That was Sean Nelson, also known as Fresh, my love interest in the movie Fresh. I had such a great time chatting with him. Like I said, please go support him. Like, make sure that y'all showing him love on his Instagram. If you see a project with him in it, go ahead and share it, like it, post it, whatever you have to do. Let's continue to support our own, especially if you're from New York. That is your responsibility to support your own. Until next time, I don't have a gem for y'all today, except I love y'all, and I hope y'all continue to hustle and shine. Mwah. Be great.